Everyone out there in the universe, in the YouTube-verse, in the interwebs, whatever it may be. It is time for another edition of Dani Dishes, and this time it's really thinking about how I am a fighter. I was talking this week in Weight Watchers meetings about what we want to see happen and what our goals are for the remainder of the year, because there are a whopping 56 days left in 2014. Yay! And I was thinking back to my goal for this year was to be more consistent. I had felt that in the couple years since reaching lifetime and keeping my goal weight and maintaining, that I didn't feel like I was being as consistent as I could be. And so this year my goal was to be consistent, and I failed miserably. This is one of the worst years, in my opinion, for myself when it comes to weight maintenance. Granted, I have only been trying to maintain weight loss for 3 years, but still has been one of the worst. And I kept thinking to myself all week how I was such a failure. I wasn't able to do it. You know, I gained weight back and then I was able to lose it, but how could I let this happen after 2 years of goal? And I was getting so angry at myself until I realized that there is no reason to get angry, and it really doesn't help whatsoever. So I really started to try to reframe and think about the things that I've learned from this past year. And what I really learned was that I am a fighter. That no matter what, I am going to give it everything I can to win at this weight loss, weight maintenance situation, journey, endeavor, whatever you want to call it. And I know that even if I have a bad day, a bad meal, a bad month, a bad couple months, a bad year, that it is not going to get me down. And so I was just trying to reframe this week and really think about how important that is, and how it is okay to know that there are going to be bad times and there are going to be good times, but it's not letting those bad times set me all the way back or even worse than I was before. And it really took looking at a photo today that I sent to my wife as well, thank you Throwback Thursday, it was a picture of me from the Red Sox Christmas party after the 2004 season. And I was probably the biggest I had ever been. It definitely was like well into the 230s, could possibly have been more, but I stopped weighing myself at 235. And I was hiding behind people, so all you could see was my face. And I couldn't believe how big my face was. And it really gave me some perspective that, you know, now I struggle and I'm kind of dealing with those last 5 pounds to get back to goal or under goal. And how I'm really worrying too much about that number on the scale when it comes to those 5 pounds compared to how I was back in 2004, when 5 pounds, 15 pounds, 50 pounds didn't really matter to me. And so even having that awareness of wanting to continue to correct myself, even though if I'm making bad decisions, incorrect decisions, unhealthy decisions, whatever, is that I'm recognizing them and not letting it continue past the point of where I started or even close to that. So it was something that I was thinking about and thinking about how, you know, when I had back surgery in 2011, I could have let that hinder my weight loss journey. I could have thrown in the towel after that. And when the doctor said that I would never run again, instead of just being like, okay, I'm just going to live on the elliptical for the rest of my life, I really kind of took that to heart and was like, I'm going to prove you're wrong. And it kind of comes the same thing with weight loss and weight maintenance. You know, a lot of people and studies find that, you know, people that lose a massive amount of weight, you know, can't keep it off for more than a few years before either letting a majority of it come back or all of it come back. And I want to prove those people wrong. I want to know that there are ebbs and flows and we learn to deal with it. It's a whole nother thing. And that it's going to come out on top. I'm going to come out on top. You are going to come out on top. We are going to win the battle no matter how long it takes. Because the thing is that once I hit goal, not everything wasn't perfect. Right? It's not like all of my emotional eating went away or things like that. It just became actually the main problem instead of hiding behind other things. So it's something that there's always going to be a fight. But if we keep fighting and we keep focused, no matter what, we're going to get to where we want to be, however long it may take. So that was really what I was thinking about today and this week, was really reframing the failure to fighter. and knowing that I am going to continue to win. I'm going to continue to come to battle with obesity, eating disorders, keeping the weight off, no matter what, however long it takes me. I am going to continue to work on myself and help others try to work on themselves. So no matter what you're feeling today, you are not a failure. We are going to fight, we are going to win, and we are going to move on, and we are going to be amazing. All right, so that's our game plan for the week. We're all going to be awesome. We are great, and we're just going to remind ourselves that this is a daily battle and that we are going to keep staying focused and positive. All right, and the good thing is starting Monday, I'm going to have a giveaway for a Momentum jewelry bracelet. Mine says weight off my shoulders, but you are going to be able to win one that has a nice mantra for you so that while we are fighting this week, we can look at our bracelet and feel empowered. All right, so you'll see that on Monday. Keep fighting.